Su Yanbing must have already thought of a way to deal with my threat. I gritted my teeth. I served Su Yanbing food, poured wine, and handed her tissues. Honey, I know you can't bear to see me suffer, and don't want me to act in dramas. I'll just do it for 2 months. Su Yanbing, isn't this all about making me fawn over her in front of Marangyan, so that she misunderstands their relationship as being good, and I can't get Marangyan? I can only fulfill her wish. Marangyan looked at me, then looked at Su Yanbing. She didn't say anything, just looked at me. With 2 extra servings, after a few bites, Marangyan stood up. Hao Mingzhe, I'm done eating. I'll head back first. You two enjoy your meal. Only the 2 of us were left in the private room. I looked at Su Yanbing with a smile. Are you satisfied now? Su Yanbing raised her wine glass. Seeing you so happy, of course I'm not satisfied. If you cried, maybe I'd be satisfied. I used to cry a lot. Because of Su Yanbing, when I was upset. If I like Marangyan, and she left because of a misunderstanding, not crying, at least being upset would be the proper reaction. But my reaction made Su Yanbing incredulous. I leaned towards Su Yanbing, looking at her with deep affection. I don't even like her. Why would I be heartbroken? The one I love is you. Only you can make me sad. Su Yanbing held her wine glass and sneered. If you love me, you think I'm blind. Facing her fierce gaze, I bit her lip. When I see you, I want to kiss you. If that's not love, what is? I was just thinking Su Yanbing must be disgusted. But instead, she bit my lip in return. I was stunned for a moment, but I quickly reacted. Just like last time, I responded to Su Yanbing's kiss. After all, Su Yanbing is the female lead with god-tier looks. Kissing her is no loss for me. I kissed Su Yanbing back. I didn't expect her to not push me away. Instead, the kiss became more intense. It was a while before she let go of me. Right after that, I heard Su Yanbing ask coldly, "Do you think this means I like you?" I steadied my breathing and looked at her with a hint of scrutiny. You can kiss me even if you don't like me. Don't you find it disgusting? The next second, I saw Su Yanbing's expression freeze. So I was right for once. But soon, Su Yanbing pushed me away. Which normal woman wouldn't react during a kiss? Let alone a kiss. Even going to bed is fine. I stood up and approached her again, looking at her with tender eyes. Really? Then I want to give it a try. At such close distance, Su Yanbing's gaze fell on my slightly swollen lips. She stood up, grabbed my hand and pulled me outside. She dragged me all the way to the door. Standing at the room entrance, she opened the door. This woman really wants to sleep with me. Su Yanbing glared at me coldly. Open the door and get on with it. I immediately pulled out the room card. Entered the room. I looked at Su Yanbing, trying to calm myself down. After all, she's disgusted and allergic to me, a paper tiger. What am I afraid of? Su Yanbing pulled her gaze back and gave me a cold smirk. Didn't you say you wanted to try? What are you standing there for? Only then did I raise my hand, my eyes full of undisguised excitement. I was too thrilled, thinking about how many rounds we'd go tonight. Su Yanbing looked at me with deep, restrained eyes, as if holding back something intense. I just want to disgust her, so she leave me alone for 10 days or half a month. Inexperienced as I was determined not to lose in terms of momentum. I was ready to make a move. So nervous. Could it be your first time? As soon as I said that, her tense body lunged forward and bit my lip, kissing and nibbling hungrily. My heart melted under Su Yanbing's kiss. But when she started making a move, I instantly lost my composure. Just when I thought her allergy to me had vanished, Su Yanbing suddenly shoved me away. It was like she had held back for too long and hit her limit. Her eyes were stormy with emotion. But she mocked me coldly. That's all you've got? With skills like that, you want to seduce women? Then she got up and went straight to the bathroom. I heard the sound of water running in the bathroom. The sensation I just felt, that itch in my heart, proved I'm a normal man, unable to resist a beautiful woman's temptation. While I was thinking, one day, I'll return Su Yanbing's threats, tenfold. I'll make sure that even if she's disgusted, she still end up in bed with me. Just then, my phone rang. Gur sent me a message. I opened it, but found the message had been withdrawn. It was a photo of me and Su Yanbing entering a room together. No doubt, Gur must have seen it and sent a message because of that. I immediately replied, "What shady thing were you trying to say? that you withdrew it so fast. So quick to unsend. Gur read my message, but didn't respond. She typed something, then deleted it, then typed again. Over and over. Nothing she wrote felt right. Saying you don't love Su Yanbing anymore. That you were just being threatened. That Su Yanbing could never like you? But the photo showed you to being so intimate. In the end, Gur only replied, "You're still awake. How would I know if I'm asleep? Was I sleepwalking when I texted you?" I saw the typing indicator showing nonstop. So I sent Gur another message. "Take good care of the company. Don't worry about me. I can handle Su Yanbing." Gur asked again, "Do you really not love Su Yanbing anymore?" I replied, "I don't love her anymore, but I'm still quite tempted by her body." Too bad I was never tempted by Gur. The typing indicator showed for a long time again, so I simply sent another message. "Go to bed early. Don't stay up late. Good night." Gur eventually replied with just good night. I lay in bed for half an hour waiting. She still hadn't come out. She was probably so disgusted. She wanted to scrub a layer of skin off herself. Just as I couldn't help but go urge her, the bathroom door finally opened. Su Yanbing came out wearing a bathrobe. Her great figure was on full display. I swallowed, my eyes full of lust as I stared at her. "Can I sleep with you tonight?" Su Yanbing gave me a warning look. "You sleep on the couch." I glanced over at the tiny half-meter wide sofa. "You said my skills were bad, yet you're still afraid to share a bed with me." Su Yanbing didn't respond. I sat down on the other side and picked up my buzzing phone. A few of my girlfriends were being snarky again. This is exactly why I don't like Jiu Haoming. I still remember how he snapped at us last time. "Explain yourself. If you don't clear this up, we're not friends anymore." Su Yanbing glanced over. The sound of water running could still be heard from the bathroom. That muscle-cramping disgust was proof that Su Yanbing hated me. It also proved there was no way she liked Jiu Haoming. When I came out of the shower, I looked at Su Yanbing lying down. I walked straight up, got under the covers, and leaned into her. "What, sleep on the couch? I'll make her sleep on the couch." Just as I leaned in, Su Yanbing's whole body tensed up instantly. The next second, she flipped over and looked at me. She felt something strange in her heart. Jiu Haoming shouldn't be like her, disgusted by a single touch. So, why did he keep approaching her again and again, acting all clingy and attached? Could it be that Jiu Haoming still had feelings for her? I couldn't handle Su Yanbing's coldness. Just as I was about to turn over, Su Yanbing's hand reached toward me. My body stiffened. Su Yanbing sneered coldly at the corner of her mouth. "What are you afraid of? Haven't you been waiting for this?" I steadied myself and looked back at her. "It's not fear. I've dreamed about this for years. Now that it's happening, I'm just a little nervous." Our eyes met, but Su Yanbing still didn't see even a trace of affection in my eyes. Yet the heat of our bodies so close together once again stirred up her uncontrollable disgust. "Dream come true. Who said I want to make your dreams come true?" Su Yanbing spoke with disdain and got up to head to the bathroom. I smiled, got into a comfortable sleeping position, and was just starting to doze off when Su Yanbing's cold voice rang out, "Go sleep on the sofa. Hesitate one more second, and don't even think about filming tomorrow's scene." To make sure filming went smoothly tomorrow, I gritted my teeth and got up. The sofa was way too narrow. I tossed and turned uncomfortably, seeing that damn woman sleeping so soundly in my bed. I couldn't help cursing her in my head. Eventually, I drifted off while cursing Su Yanbing. Half asleep, I rolled off the sofa and found it was already morning. Su Yanbing had already left. I got up and called Marong Yan to have breakfast together. Marong Yan looked me up and down curiously. I flicked her forehead. "What are you staring at?" Marong Yan smiled and touched her head. "President Su left so early? What, do you want her to stay a few more days? Doesn't Haoming Jae want that too?" I shook my head. "Looks like she only slows down filming progress." Marong Yan couldn't help but smile. "Haoming Jae, that tone sounds really disdainful towards Su Yanbing." "Yanbing, huh?" I turned to look at her. "When did you become so gossipy?" Marong Yan just chuckled. "It's just that Su Yanbing reminds me a lot of the aloof female lead from our script. It's kind of exciting." "Really? I don't think so at all. Actually, the novel mentioned that before Su Yanbing went after the Jiu family, her attitude toward the original host clearly softened. It made the original host believe Su Yanbing had fallen for her, While the Jiu family had their guard down, she easily brought them down. She threw the original host from heaven into hell. Now the news of Su Yanbing visiting the set is still trending. Everyone thinks Su Yanbing likes me. But so what if she kissed me last night? She's still disgusted and allergic to me. That means her plan to destroy the Jiu family has been moved up. I need to speed up my money-making efforts. When I got to set, I went straight to the director to discuss filming overtime tonight. To speed things up, I almost nailed every scene in a single take. Around 3 in the afternoon, Su Yanbing was getting ready for a meeting. Her phone rang. It was a photo of me and Marong Yan in a kissing scene. Her face immediately darkened. She instantly messaged me, "If I don't see you at home by 6, I'll have the police come find you." After sending the message, she slammed the phone on her desk. When I saw the message during a break, I was furious. Last night, Su Yanbing was so grossed out she wanted to scrub her skin off. I thought that would keep her away for at least 10 days or half a month. But not even a full day passed before she was threatening me again, afraid I'd lose my temper if I called. I texted back, "Didn't you say last night I could shoot today? My scenes today won't wrap until after 10 p.m. Su Yanbing was in the middle of a meeting. No one in the room escaped her scolding. Everyone had their heads down, afraid to even move. Not a single person dared speak up. They could all feel the fury radiating off her. The tension in the room was suffocating. When I sent the message, the office was dead silent. Su Yanbing picked up the phone and glanced at it. The next second, she slammed it onto the conference table. Everyone's heart skipped a beat with the sound. Su Yanbing's expression turned even colder. "The company pays you not to sit around and do nothing. Look at this. Is this the kind of garbage you bring me? Is it even presentable?" A 30-minute meeting was dragged out to over an hour. I sent a message, no reply. I called, she hung up on me. Glancing at the time again, I had no choice but to call a car and rush home. When I got home, Su Yanbing wasn't there. I called her, and she coldly hung up without hesitation. I gritted my teeth and messaged her, "I'm home. When are you coming back?" Su Yanbing replied, "Since you're home, cook. I want braised beef and boiled fish slices." I was already fuming inside. By the time I finished cooking, Su Yanbing finally came home. I couldn't hold back my anger. "Don't you think you've gone too far? You can torture me, but the crew didn't do anything wrong. Last time, when I asked you to postpone your meeting, you said that the lives of your employees were more important than mine. And now you're letting everyone be delayed because of me. Do their lives no longer matter?" It was the first time Su Yanbing saw me, truly angry without holding back. All this just to film a scene with that woman? Su Yanbing looked at me, her gaze unreadable. "You're mad over this? What if I forbid you from acting again?" My fists clenched. I'd had enough. "Then you might as well throw me in jail." The air instantly froze. Su Yanbing's cold, sharp gaze was slowly frosting over in silence. I figured Su Yanbing must be planning to take down the Jiu family right now. I bet she wouldn't risk turning on them just yet. In the silent standoff, the air seemed to spark with tension, until I saw Su Yanbing slowly pull out her phone. Right in front of me, she opened the dialer and began entering the police number. Seeing that Su Yanbing was really going to call, I panicked. I grabbed her hand and smiled. "I was just joking. I'll listen to you, whatever you say." Su Yanbing looked at my cowardly and fawning act, as if she'd heard the coldest joke in the world. "You already forgot what I said yesterday." Seeing my innocent and wronged expression, Su Yanbing curled her lips again, coldly. She picked up her phone and showed me a photo. "This is what you call not forgetting." I took a look. It was a photo of me and Marong Yan's kissing scene on set. Rows of ellipses rushed through my chest. So this woman lost her mind over a photo? Did she make me come home because I didn't take her words seriously? Or did she just want to act out a jealous scene? But for now, I could only explain. There was no real kiss. There were fingers in between. That's how they shoot scenes. I looked at Su Yanbing, stepped forward and hugged her waist. "We filmed a lot of emotional scenes today. Marong Yan taught me some acting techniques. Even if you allowed kissing scenes, I wouldn't do them. The only person I want to kiss is you." Su Yanbing looked at me with no trace of fake smiles, just a hint of genuine affection in her eyes. The coldness in her gaze faded. Her eyes now tinged with emotion. She retracted her frosty look. The next second, my lips landed on hers. I had barely kissed her twice before Su Yamin took control instead. For a moment, I felt truly miserable. But in the next second, Su Yamin pushed me away. I looked at her uncomfortable expression and confirmed she was still disgusted by me. I continued. I thought you were different from before. That maybe you like me a little. But turns out you still hate me this much. I put on a heartbroken expression. After saying that, I turned to leave, but Su Yamin suddenly pulled me back and kissed me again. I was stunned by her sudden intensity. What's going on? Clearly disgusted. Why did she still kiss me voluntarily? This time, Su Yamin let go after just a few kisses. She looked at me coldly and said, "Jiu Haoming. As long as you behave, I can try to like you." I was a bit confused. Really? Su Yamin didn't say more and walked toward the dining table. I looked at Su Yamin's back and ran through the plot like a brainstorm. Could it be that the plot to destroy the Jiu family is accelerating? Is Su Yamin starting to be nice to me, to make me think she's falling in love? After thinking for a moment, I followed her. Since Su Yamin wants to act with me, then I'll play along. Then I served Su Yamin food and dishes, trying to act attentive in front of her. Su Yamin slightly frowned. I quickly asked with concern, "What's wrong? Does it taste bad?" She added a piece of beef into her mouth and said, "Tastes just as good as before." I looked at Su Yamin again. She just stared at me without speaking. "You don't like this." I took the beef I had added to her bowl and put it into my own, then gave her another dish. "Try this instead." Su Yamin finally spoke. "Don't smile at me like that." She could tell my smile was to fake. I've always smiled like this before, and she never said anything. But now she's making demands. Seems like she really wants me to believe she's starting to like me. She wants me to fall for her too. I looked at her again and again. Finally, Su Yamin couldn't help but ask, "What? Do you have a problem with my request?" I withdrew my smile. "No. Just think you look really good while eating." Su Yamin gave me a glance and then lowered her head to keep eating. She silently allowed me to watch. I confirmed my guess. I planned to abandon my usual rogue style of acting and cooperate with Su Yamin's affectionate gaze. After the meal, I felt my acting skills were running out. Su Yamin, as the female lead in the novel, she's famously hard to fool. Luckily, after the meal, Su Yamin didn't make things harder for me. After cleaning up, I went back to my room and messaged the orphan. I asked about the company's status and reminded her again to beware of Su Yamin. As soon as I laid down and picked up my phone, I saw a message from Su Yamin. I was quite surprised. I got up and went to her room. In the past, whenever I saw her, I would express my desire for her without hiding it. But now, I stood cautiously by the bed, sneaking glances at Su Yamin without saying anything, looking both hopeful and reserved. Su Yamin's eyes grew intense. She reached out and pulled me onto the bed. Then came a wave of overwhelming kisses. After a while, Su Yamin pulled away, breathing heavily. I saw the turbulent emotion in her eyes. That was disgust toward me. She said nothing, and I said nothing either. I just played dumb and looked at her. We just stared at each other quietly like that. The longer we looked, the harder it was for me to resist Su Yamin's gaze. For a moment, I felt like there was affection in her eyes. Su Yamin recovered and leaned in to kiss me again. This repeated a few times before Su Yamin finally let me go. "You can leave now." Is this the act of trying to like me? Kissing, but not letting me touch. So, she doesn't like me yet. I gave Su Yamin a hurt look, like I was saddened by not receiving her love. Then, under her dim and unreadable gaze, I got up and left. Around 4 or 5 the next morning, since it was hard to call a cab, I decided to drive myself. Before leaving, I sent Su Yamin a message saying I was going to the set. I made you some porridge and left it in the kitchen. "Don't forget to eat when you wake up." Su Yamin replied. "Who said you could go act?" As soon as I arrived, I saw Su Yamin's message. I couldn't help but curse. But in the end, the woman still lowered her head and replied, "Didn't you say last night you'd try to like me? Support my work. Isn't that the first step to trying to like me?" Su Yamin replied, "I said that on the condition that you behave. Haven't I behaved enough? I wanted to stay so badly last night, but you told me to leave and I left. Because you said you'd try to like me. I took it seriously. I'm willing to wait. Su Yanbing thought for a moment and replied again, you can act, but you must come home at night. She finally gave in. I tolerated Su Yanbing's excessive request. During lunch, I didn't forget to send Su Yanbing a message. I miss you. Still, there was no reply. Today, Fu Yanbing didn't set a return time for me. I finished shooting around 6 p.m. I sent her a message. I'm done for the day. Coming back now. By the time I got home, it was past 8 p.m. I knocked on Su Yanbing's door and greeted her. I'm back. Su Yanbing looked at me and said, come here. I walked over to her. The next second, Su Yanbing pulled me down onto the big bed. Our eyes met, just as I looked at her. Were you waiting for me? Su Yanbing looked at me but didn't respond. Then her soft kiss fell upon me. Just as I couldn't handle her advances, Su Yanbing pushed me away again. Just like last night enduring too much. She kissed me again and again in disgust. Then she went to take a shower. She clearly dislikes me. Yet she deliberately teases me like this, making me expect more from her. No wonder she's the female lead in the book. She really knows how to mess with people's hearts. I almost want to applaud her. I was completely exhausted. I went back to my room and fell asleep. The next morning, I got up early and headed to the set again. Just the round trip every day takes over 4 hours on the road. And there's nothing else to do when I go back. Just Su Yanbing pulling me in for some kissing scenes to keep the act going. The first drama is almost done shooting. Then comes promotions and filming for the next project. Plus, I have to write a new script. I don't have enough time at all. I don't want to be a tool anymore. During the break, I looked at Marongyan and asked, how do I treat you? Marongyan looked at me and said, brother, just say what you need. I took the water she handed me and had a sip. It really wasn't in vain, caring for her. Around 4 in the afternoon, I sent Su Yanbing a message, heading back now. I'll be back a bit earlier tonight. What do you want to eat? I'll cook for you. Su Yanbing replied, anything is fine. She actually didn't request anything specific. Her act of trying to like me is really convincing. I can't lose. I have to act even better than her. I'll make you your favorite braised pork belly. And some steamed fish too. Su Yanbing smiled and asked if I needed anything. No, I've just been too busy these days to cook for you. Now that I finally have time, I want to make it all for you. Around 5 o'clock, Su Yanbing's phone kept ringing. She picked it up and glanced at it. Our close friends group chat had pushed a trending topic again. Jiu Haomin was in a car accident. Su Yanbing clicked on the trending post. It was about me. That red sports car had crashed into a bridge. The front bumper had been completely smashed off. I wasn't visible in the hot topic post, and it didn't say anything about my condition. Su Yanbing gripped her phone tightly. She quickly tried to call me, but all she got was the same response. The number you are calling is currently busy. Su Yanbing, anxious, turned around and rushed out. She headed outside. I was lying on a hospital bed, eating cherries that Marongyan had peeled for me, and answering my mother's call. Mom, I'm fine. It's just some minor scrapes. You don't need to come over. Su Yanbing got into the car. When she called me for the 10th time, the call finally connected. But what Su Yanbing heard was a woman's voice. Her brows instantly furrowed. Where's Jiu Haomin? Marongyan, watching me enjoy the cherries with great appetite, sighed. He's still unconscious. Su Yanbing's grip on the phone tightened. Where is he? Why do you want the address? Do you even care if he lives or dies? If you had even a bit of concern for him, he wouldn't have been running back and forth every day between filming just for you. And then had this car accident. While eating, I gave Marongyan a thumbs up. After she finished the call, I complimented, you really know how to pile it on. Marongyan handed the phone back to me. I'm an actress. This kind of scene is nothing. But why are you doing this? Aren't you two married? Doesn't she care about you too? Why not just talk to her directly? Why risk putting on a performance like this? I handed the bowl of cherries in my hand to Marongyan. You don't need to know. When Su Yanbing rushed to the hospital, the room was crowded with people. I sat leaning against the headboard, showing everyone that I was fine. I told you, I'm fine. I just fainted from fright. Really, I'm okay. Mom had been worried the entire way. Once she confirmed I was fine, her eyes turned red. You scared me to death. How could you crash into a bridge like that? Have you been working too hard filming lately? We're not short on money at home. How about you stop filming this drama? Look at how skinny you've gotten lately. All I was thinking about was how to deal with Su Yanbing. I didn't expect it would alarm the whole family. Seeing how worried they were, I felt a little guilty. Mom, I'm serious about acting. I want to have my own career too. I want others to look at me with new eyes. I know you're worried about me. I promise that from now on, nothing like this will ever happen again. Mom wanted to say more, but Dad stepped forward and comforted me, son. It's not easy to find something you love. Don't make things harder for Heiress. A little hardship is good for young people. Marang Yin saw Su Yanbing at the door. She quickly gave a light cough. I instinctively looked over. When I saw Su Yanbing, I immediately said, okay, you can all go home now. My wife is here. She can stay with me by herself. Marang Yin saw Su Yanbing walk in and quickly said, Uncle Annie. Brother Heiress got in the accident because he rushed back to see President Su. You have to do something. Brother Heiress can't keep running around every day for his wife without caring about his own health. It's too much for his body to handle. Dad's expression instantly darkened. Is this true? I spoke up to explain. I just wanted to balance family and work. Mom looked at Su Yanbing, who had come closer, and said, this is too exhausting for you. Now that Yanbing is here, we'll head back first. Yanbing, talk some sense into him. This running back and forth every day is just too tiring. He won't listen to us, but he'll listen to you. The orphan didn't say a word the whole time, just stood watching from the side. I leaned back and looked at Su Yanbing, her eyes full of me. Suddenly it hit me. The old me could see right through her with a glance. But now, she can't read me. She can't tell which of my words are true and which are fake. But when I said I didn't love Su Yanbing, she believed it. I looked at Su Yanbing, my eyes full of guilt. I'm sorry. I said I'd cook something delicious for you. But Su Yanbing stood by the bed, looking at me in silence. Her gaze deep and unreadable. I broke the silence and spoke up. Are you angry? If you're really angry, I'll go cook for you right now. Su Yanbing still didn't say a word, just silently looked at me. Until I was about to get up to do something, Su Yanbing finally reacted and pushed me back onto the bed. She stared at me without speaking. Are you worried about me? But I'm really okay. Only then did Su Yanbing slowly speak up. Are you hungry? I shook my head. She looked at my thinner face, her voice now tinged with concern. Even if you're not hungry, you still need to eat. I wasn't used to it at all. Hopeful, yet cautious at the same time. Then I want to eat something you cook. After saying it, I almost gave myself a thumbs up. I wanted to see how Su Yanbing would respond. She looked at me for a long time without saying a word, clearly hesitating. Sure enough, she eventually replied, we can only order takeout. My eyes dimmed with disappointment. Then I'll eat whatever you order. Her voice softened a bit. Next time we're home, I'll cook for you. I reacted a bit late, surprised. Really? Su Yanbing nodded slightly. Kiss me, and I'll mean it. I praised her acting in my heart. She really played the part of liking me without a flaw. Not to be outdone, I responded right away. Gave her a kiss, and then another one, fully acting out my happiness. When I was alive, I was so poor I didn't even experience love. I could only drool over women in videos. Now that I've entered a book, I have the wealth to own a whole forest. Yet I'm trapped by a marriage contract. The only person I can kiss is Su Yanbing, and I can only kiss her. I'm not even allowed to touch her. This is truly the most tragic transmigration ever. But at least, the marriage will end this year. Once we're divorced, I'll throw myself into the embrace of the forest every single night. Su Yanbing had no idea what kind of dream I was having. She pulled out her phone to order food from me. She knew nothing about me, so of course, she didn't know what I liked to eat. She could only rely on her memory from last time at the Jiu family dinner and order the dishes I ate the most of. After ordering, she saw me staring blankly at her. Su Yanbing hesitated. What are you thinking about? I snapped out of my dream and quickly said, I'm just thinking. You're suddenly so nice to me. Am I dreaming? Su Yanbing's gaze shifted slightly. Then she reached out and pinched my cheek. Does it hurt? I gasped. Yes, it hurts. Su Yanbing chuckled. Then it's real. I wasn't actually injured. After we ate, I went back to the hotel with Su Yanbing. I wasn't worried at all about sharing a room with Su Yanbing. After taking a shower, I obediently slept on the sofa just like last time. I browsed my phone and saw a trending post saying Su Yanbing ran 5 red lights for me. I clicked in and saw it was indeed her car. The car was speeding, but there was no evidence of running red lights. Typical clickbait headline. The comment section was full of people praising our true love. Of course, I didn't believe Su Yamin like me. I even suspected she bought that trending topic herself. After her shower, Su Yamin came out and saw me lying on the sofa. She came over and pulled me onto the bed. Then came another deep kiss. After it ended, Su Yamin suddenly said, "Sleep in the bed tonight." I knew she would be disgusted if she touched me. So I behaved and did nothing. Just quietly watched Su Yamin give me the blanket. When she turned off the light, the room instantly fell into darkness. I finally didn't have to act anymore. I turned over and slept with my back to Su Yamin. Lying on the bed, Su Yamin looked at my turn back, still thinking about the look of anticipation in my eyes before she turned off the lights. Just as I was getting sleepy, a woman pressed up against me, an airtight closeness. I could even feel Su Yamin's body temperature. We even had to act before falling asleep, as if we had long anticipated it. I turned over to respond to her. I felt that Su Yan Bing's body obviously tensed up, but she still wrapped her arm around my waist. Like a normal couple, the two of us kissed. In the dark, the senses were heightened and transformed. I got the illusion that Su Yanbing loved me, just when I was itching for more. Su Yanbing, with ragged breath, grabbed my restless hand. "I'm going to the bathroom." "You sleep first, Su." Yanbing went to the bathroom. I knew she was too disgusted to handle it. I felt exhausted, clearly disgusted by my touch. Yet she still had to touch me like a normal man, not like a monk. Every time she seduced me, she turned on me. Did she ever consider my feelings? When I fell asleep, Su Yanbing still hadn't come out. In the morning, I was vaguely awakened by Su Yanbing's kiss. I opened my sleepy eyes and looked at her. She was already fully dressed. "I'm leaving, okay? Be careful on the road. Drive slowly." I was awake and couldn't sleep again, so I got up and typed until it was time to leave. I asked Marongyan to have breakfast. "How was it? Did you get the result you wanted?" I smiled and replied to Marongyan, "You guess. Me getting married yesterday was like helping her." My mom even asked Su Yanbing to persuade me not to travel back and forth, but Su Yanbing didn't say a word about it. I checked the time. While eating, I messaged her, "Have you arrived?" Su Yanbing replied quickly, "Just arrived." I continued pretending to be a caring boyfriend. "Had breakfast?" "No, just a simple to-character answer." One immediately ordered breakfast for Su Yanbing. "Bought it for you. Remember to eat later." After doing all this, I tentatively sent her a message. "I'll try to come back earlier tonight, to make up for the feast I missed last night." Su Yanbing simply replied, "Okay." That caught me off guard. What's going on? Wasn't she pretending to love me? Why stop pretending now? I got so mad I threw my phone aside. Anyway, I now have plenty of excuses. I definitely won't go back again. Today's scenes were wrapping up. Filming went extremely smoothly. At the same time, at Sushi's magazine shoot for his artist, Lu Jinian kept getting nitpicked by the photographer. Although Su Yanbing made headlines for running a red light from me, which kept her up all night. Work is still work. He still stayed focused and felt he was doing fine. But the photographer just wasn't satisfied. Eventually, he simply stopped. "Lu Jinian, go take a break and find your rhythm. Don't waste everyone's time here. Su-kun, come here. Let's shoot yours first." Lu Jinian kept thinking about Su Yanbing. His whole state was off. He pulled out his phone to ask Su Yanbing something, then saw a photo of Su Yanbing waiting for me on set. No matter where my gaze landed, Su Yanbing's eyes were always on me. Lu Jinian couldn't help but call Su Yanbing. Meanwhile, I was in a bad mood. That afternoon, Su Yanbing came to the set full of worries. Everyone envied me, but no one knew how annoyed I was. Today marked the end of our first scene. So at noon, I had already told my crew that a few actors from the team would have a dinner gathering to celebrate tonight. But in the afternoon, Su Yanbing came, and I had to bring her along. I also had to kiss her in front of everyone, to maintain the image that I loved her. As for her better attitude toward me, and making the Jiu family drop their guard, that was glossed over. Never thought I'd end up going through all of this personally. These past few days trending topics and my behavior It's enough to show that our GU family has no defenses left against Su Yanbing. And yet she still keeps acting. Could it be the orphan side is blocking things? Did Su Yanbing fail to accomplish something? Thinking that way, I didn't know whether to feel happy or angry. I picked up my glass and took another sip. The next second I saw Su Yanbing looking at me. What is she looking at me for now? Does she want something again? I didn't want to think too much. Just pick some food for Su Yanbing. At that moment, Su Yanbing's phone rang. When she took it out to look, I glanced over and saw it was Lu Jinian. The male lead was calling. Su Yanbing got up to take the call outside. I instantly felt the air become fresher. Everyone visibly relaxed too. 2 minutes later, when Su Yanbing returned to the room, she saw everyone clinking glasses. The room was full of laughter and cheer. As soon as she came in, the atmosphere changed instantly. Everyone's smiles faded away. I asked very considerately, is something wrong? If you're busy, go take care of it. Su Yanbing sat down next to me and looked at me, her eyes dark and unreadable. Do you really want me to leave? I grabbed Su Yanbing's hand. How could I? I just don't want you to feel pressured by me. If there's something, go handle it. I'll wait for you. Su Yanbing's expression remained cold. I'm fine. Lu Jinian just made a simple phone call. In my heart I cursed. This male lead is such a weakling. I don't know if it was from being upset, but the discomfort in my abdomen earlier now turned into a tearing pain. I couldn't help but frown and rub it. Su Yanbing leaned over. What's wrong with your stomach? Nothing. Maybe I just overate. It wasn't until we got back to the hotel that the pain in my abdomen became more frequent. I finally felt that something was wrong. Su Yanbing saw me coming out of the bathroom. My face was pale. Holding my stomach, I walked as if a gust could knock me over. What's wrong? Feeling unwell? Do you need to go to the hospital? No, just diarrhea. I lay on the bed, tossing and turning in pain. Su Yanbing pressed up against me from behind. I was in too much pain to care about entertaining her. I couldn't hold my temper anymore. Su Yanbing, I'm dying here. I'm not in the mood to love you right now. Leave me alone. Su Yanbing ignored my tantrum and moved even closer to me. I was about to open my mouth when her cold voice came. Don't move. Damn this woman. Still trying to seduce me at a time like this. I was about to curse her out when her warm hand landed on my abs and gently rubbed. I froze there. My anger started to melt away. Su Yanbing tirelessly kept massaging me. I didn't even know how to describe my emotions. Feeling better? I gave a faint but didn't feel like chatting with her. I wasn't sure if it was because of her massage, but the pain seemed to ease a little, though I could clearly feel Su Yanbing's body reacting more and more repulsively. She was still disgusted by touching me. Eventually, Su Yanbing couldn't take it anymore. She got up and went to the bathroom. It wasn't until someone knocked on the door that Su Yanbing came out of the bathroom. Clearly, she had washed her hands and face. Her face still looked a little unpleasant. For the first time, I felt that Su Yanbing really went all out for her goal. She was truly committed, working harder than most people would. That night, I tossed and turned the whole time. By morning, the pain in my stomach had finally eased. Luckily, filming had wrapped yesterday, so I had today's off. I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, I started to feel sleepy. But Su Yanbing called me to wake up and leave with her. I couldn't even open my eyes. I didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to sleep. Su Yanbing let go of me, and I turned over. In my dazed sleep, I felt like I was being carried by several people, but I just couldn't open my eyes. When I finally woke up, I found myself lying on a bed in Su Yanbing's company lounge. After using the bathroom, I saw Su Yanbing cooking in the kitchen. There was the smell of chicken soup. She was making me a meal. It wasn't just for show. It was real. I looked at her in disbelief. Su Yanbing saw me. Her tone softened slightly. Come over here. I walked over. Su Yanbing looked at me. Does your stomach still hurt? Growing up, I've always handled sickness on my own. It's rare to be cared for by someone, but it happens to be someone who's going to ruin my family. I approached her with mixed feelings. Su Yanbing kept acting along with me. It's much better. Thank you. We hugged a bit, and I felt Su Yanbing start to react with disgust again. So I let her go. Su Yanbing glanced at me, That glance seemed to carry thousands of emotions. I didn't understand and didn't want to overthink. Holding my stomach, I excused myself. I'll go lie down for a bit. I had just laid down, picked up my phone. After replying to a message, I scrolled through the news and stumbled upon some entertainment gossip. Rising male star Chin Ming was mentioned, and celebrity photographer Liu Yun as well. One was Lu Jinian's competitor. The other was Lu Jinian's photographer. Looks like that last call was about dealing with these two. Su Yanbing cares so much about Lu Jinian, yet still pretends in front of me. Just shows how determined she is to bring down the Jiyu family. When Su Yanbing came in with the food, I couldn't help but look at her a bit longer. Su Yanbing handed me a bowl of chicken soup. Drink the soup first. I took it and had a sip. I looked at her in surprise. I didn't expect her cooking to be this good. Su Yanbing stood nearby, watching me intently. How does it taste? I took another sip and looked at her. It's delicious. The best chicken soup I've ever had. You're taking such good care of me. Won't it interfere with your work? No, she said. It won't. Just during that meal. Su Yanbing took several phone calls. Once I finished eating and laid down, she went to work. I hadn't brought my laptop back, so I lay in bed in the afternoon typing on my phone. I had my back to the door. Su Yanbing walked in and saw me typing on my phone. She frowned and asked, "Who are you chatting with?" Hearing her voice, I quickly turned off the screen, then turned to look at Su Yanbing and saw that her expression was cold. My mom, she always worries about me. Su Yanbing stepped closer and looked at me. Her expression still seemed unhappy. I quickly grabbed her hand. "Are you done with work?" Su Yanbing looked at me holding her hand, and her expression softened a bit. "No, just came in to check on you." Then Su Yanbing bent down and kissed me. Just a gentle kiss, then she pulled away. "Don't play on your phone. Get some proper rest. Go ahead and work. Don't worry about me. If you need anything, call me." Lately, Su Yanbing has been getting closer and closer to me, even coming in during breaks at work to check on me. If I didn't know what her real motive was, I might have fallen for her fake tenderness. A wolf in sheep's clothing is truly terrifying. She triggered me. Instantly lit a fire under me. I started writing the script with more energy. When Su Yanbing came back and after finishing work, she saw me still typing on my phone. Her face instantly turned as cold as her voice. "Who are you chatting with this time?" "I'm writing a script myself." I hadn't told anyone, of course, and I certainly couldn't tell Su Yanbing. Seeing her interrogating me like this, I made up another lie. I wasn't chatting, just browsing online out of boredom. I saw some rumors saying you and Lu Jinian had something going on. I wanted to argue with them, but I was afraid people would laugh at what I say. After I finished, I saw the anger in Su Yanbing's expression soften. She obviously felt guilty, but she quickly composed herself again. "If you're bored, why not come to me?" I looked at Su Yanbing with humble affection. "I was afraid to bother you. You used to hate it when I came to your office." In other words, now I didn't dare disturb her. Even commenting online required caution, so careful and cautious, all because I feared she'd be annoyed. With such emotional acting, I felt like I could win an award, but I didn't expect Su Yanbing to act even better. She kissed me with teary eyes. In that daze, she actually seemed a little sincere. "I'm sorry. It won't happen again." Then she let go like nothing happened and looked at me, as if there was only me in her eyes. "You've been lying around all day. Come with me somewhere tonight." Su Yanbing brought me to a banquet hall in a 5-star hotel. It was the Su Group's anniversary gala. Almost all their business partners were there. When they saw us, they all came to greet us. Su Yanbing had brought me all dressed up. We were even wearing matching formal outfits. Everyone in business is sharp, no fool. All the jokes that had been going around were forgotten. One by one, they praised us as the perfect couple. Lu Jinian had arrived early and had been keeping an eye out for Su Yanbing. He wanted to thank her once she arrived for standing up for him. But when he saw Su Yanbing walk in with me and holding my hand, wearing matching outfits, we instantly became the center of attention. Hearing everyone saying how well matched we were, watching Su Yanbing socializing yet still looking after me, it felt like 1,000 arrows piercing my heart. Then Lu Jinian saw someone coming to toast us. Su Yanbing knew I had an upset stomach, so she turned them down from me, saying I wasn't fit to drink. A while later, An assistant brought over a warm drink. There were endless drinks available at the event. Yet Su Yamin bought me a hot drink from outside. Lu Jinian's heart ached like a knife. If Su Yamin cared so much about Jiu Haoming, then why stand up for me? I looked at the warm drink in my hand and couldn't help but glance at Su Yamin. Even real couples aren't this thoughtful. Is there really a need to act this deep? Su Yamin squeezed my hand and looked at me. What is it? I continued playing along. You're suddenly being so nice to me. It's like I don't even know you anymore. It's kind of scary. Su Yamin blinked and asked, Scary? Why? I looked at her with deep affection. I'm scared that once I get used to the sweetness, one day you'll suddenly go back to how you were. Su Yamin played along perfectly. She even kissed me on the cheek in front of everyone. Just then, Lin Xinyao entered and reminded, Watch your image. Only then did Su Yamin let me go. When Mumu crossed her arms and muttered, Who was it last time that kept saying they didn't like Jiu Haoming? And now here you are, showing off your love in public just days later. Looks like there's no saving them. I quickly stepped forward and smiled. You guys keep chatting. I'm going to the restroom. After I left, when Mumu wouldn't let it go. Didn't you say you didn't like her? Yamin? Su Yamin's hand tightened. She still feels sick after touching Haoming. There's no way she'd like him. She's only acting for revenge against Jiu Haoming. When I came out of the restroom, I saw Lu Jinian walking up to Su Yamin. I gave them a chance at what I lost, and sat in a corner seat to rest. Su Yamin's gaze cut through the moving crowd, and saw me sitting in the corner. Su Yamin put distance between herself and Lu Jinian, and started walking toward me. Lu Jinian felt like his heart had just been hollowed out. He had loved Su Yamin for 7 years, and thought Su Yamin had feelings for him too. He never expected that now. Su Yamin didn't even want to say one more word to him. He turned around and stumbled out. He didn't even know how he made it outside. When he finally came to, he saw a car speeding straight toward him. The blinding headlights made it impossible to see, and froze him in place. The next second, Lu Jinian was hit and thrown by the car. Pain instantly surged through his whole body. Before losing consciousness, he saw some words appear in his mind. Each word was vividly clear. Lu Jinian saw his name and his entire life. Su Yamin walked up to me. Tired? I'm fine, just resting, Mum. Su Yamin took my hand. Let's go home then. On the car ride back to the hotel after the banquet, I was mindlessly scrolling on my phone when I suddenly came across a shocking trending topic. Lu Jinian, car accident. I clicked into read and saw Lu Jinian lying in a pool of blood and being carried onto a stretcher in the photos. It looked serious. How could Lu Jinian get into a car accident? In the novel, Su Yamin ruined the Jiu family, but Lu Jinian never had an accident. Did something happen between them earlier because of me? If something really happens to Lu Jinian, wouldn't that woman hate me even more? I couldn't help but glance at Su Yamin next to me. I was debating whether to tell her or let her see for herself. When I noticed her phone was ringing, Su Yamin slowed the car and answered, Hello? Is this Lu Jinian's family? This is 11 Hospital. Lu Jinian has been in a car accident. He's currently undergoing emergency treatment. Su Yamin ended the call. Looking at me, she said she needed to go to the hospital. Are you coming with me or going home to rest first? I pretended to be tired. I want to go home. If you've got something to do, go ahead. Drop me off at the intersection ahead. I'll just take a cab. Su Yamin glanced at me. Aren't you going to ask why I'm going to the hospital? Her asking that made me feel like not asking might seem careless. Su Yamin might die in a few years. How could she still have the heart to act with me? I glanced at her. You used to hate it when I asked about your business. I don't want to do what you dislike. Su Yamin finally went quiet and even acted guilty. She took me home before going to the hospital. I got home, showered, and lay on the bed. I felt completely relaxed. I didn't want to wait for Su Yamin, but not waiting would seem indifferent. She's about to start filming a new drama. At a time like this, it's better to make her feel I love her deeply. When Su Yamin got home, it was already past 10. She opened my door and saw I was still awake. She walked over and saw me watching short videos. Then she called my name. Still on your phone? I turned around, eyes lighting up with surprise. You're back? Su Yamin looked at me. It's so late. Why aren't you asleep yet? I was waiting for you. Her eyes shifted slightly. There was a clear look of surprise in her eyes. I pretended not to understand and asked, "What's wrong?" The next second, Su Yanbing kissed me, with some heat in it. I knew how to make her stop faster. I reached out to touch her body. Su Yanbing was aroused for a moment, but in the end, she pushed me away and went to the bathroom. When she came out of the bathroom, I was already asleep. Su Yanbing looked at me, her eyes subdued for a long time, as if trapped in a fog. Unable to come to her senses, when I woke up, it was already past 10. Su Yanbing has already gone to the company. There's also a report on the news from a few years ago, the latest update after the car accident, currently still in the ICU and not out of danger yet. Now Su Yanbing must be terribly heartbroken. She probably doesn't have time to bother me anymore. Thinking about having to film again tomorrow, I decided to go home today to visit my parents. I went shopping with my mother all day. Bought gifts for the whole family. When we got back, my mom couldn't wait to show the gifts I bought. She joyfully said her son used her own money to buy them. The orphan looked at me upon hearing that. I handed her the gift I got for her. There's also a receipt inside. If you don't like it, you can exchange it. The orphan looked at the necklace. She glanced at me, happily liking it. I asked about the company's current situation. After dinner, I took a nap. When I woke up, I received a message from Su Yanbing. She asked me to come to the company. I reluctantly headed over. As soon as I opened the office door, Su Yanbing looked up at me. I looked at her curiously. Why did she ask me to come to the company at this time? The next second, Su Yanbing took out a beautifully wrapped gift box from under the desk. It was a rare edition of the game console I liked, seeing the undisguised joy in my eyes. Su Yanbing asked, "Do you like it?" I blurted out yes almost instantly. Then I couldn't help but look up at Su Yanbing. "You bought this for me, Mom." Su Yanbing's voice was full of gentleness. For a moment, I almost mistook it for affection. If I hadn't sensed her disgust toward me last night, I might have thought she liked me. Lu Jinian is still unconscious. How could Su Yanbing still be in the mood to act here with me? Could it be that she blames me? Trying to take revenge more quickly? Just as I was puzzled, Su Yanbing went back to work again. During that time, Lin Xinyao sent her a photo. When she opened it, it was a picture of me picking out a necklace. Right after that, it was a photo of the orphan wearing that necklace. Lin Xinyao thought I had bought it for Su Yanbing. Unexpectedly, she saw the necklace on the orphan that same afternoon. Su Yanbing looked at the photos. Her expression shifted slightly. She glanced over at me playing games on the sofa. I noticed Su Yanbing looked at me several times, but she didn't say anything. Even during dinner, she kept glancing at me again and again. Still, she said nothing. After dinner, she kept looking at me occasionally, yet said nothing. To ensure things went smoothly at tomorrow's shoot, I finally asked her directly what was wrong. Su Yanbing seemed a bit jealous and said, "Where's my gift?" I was stunned for a second. Su Yanbing acted as if she got the answer. "You bought gifts for your family and the orphan, but not for me. Is that how much you love me?" I didn't expect that buying gifts today would be found out by Su Yanbing. If she finds out now that I don't like her, this seemingly peaceful life would end again. I quickly put on a warm smile and looked at her affectionately. "You've been holding that in all night because of this?" Their gifts were just random things I picked. Your gift is something I'm making myself. It takes time. It's not done yet. After hearing my explanation, Su Yanbing's expression finally softened a bit. I woke up in the morning to the sound of my alarm. Su Yanbing pulled me into her arms. Maybe because I wasn't fully awake yet. In my half-asleep days, I actually found the embrace a little warm. I was briefly lost in it. Then I heard Su Yanbing's lazy, sleepy voice. "I arranged a driver for you. Your driving skills are poor. You're not allowed to drive yourself anymore." "Okay, I'll listen to you." "Listen to me, who am I?" Su Yanbing seemed to want to hear a certain title. I lowered my eyes and said, "You're my wife." Su Yanbing kissed my lips. She only let me get up when the disgust became unbearable. Half an hour ago, Su Yanbing received a call from Lu Jinian's mother. She said Lu Jinian had woken up and was out of danger. He wanted to see Su Yanbing. Su Yanbing was sitting in a private hospital room when she heard Lu Jinian call her Sister Cloud. Su Yanbing's heart skipped a beat. Her usually cold eyes were suddenly full of emotion. What did you call me, Sister Cloud? Lu Jinian looked at Su Yanbing, no longer hiding the love in his eyes. I'm Zhao Jin. Su Yanbing looked at him, still a bit uncertain. You're Zhao Jin? Lu Jinian's voice was choked with emotion. When I lured those two people away for you, I fell off a cliff. I lost my memory. It wasn't until I woke up recently that I remembered. No wonder. When I saw that cloud-shaped birthmark behind your ear back then, I felt a strange sense of familiarity. It turns out we met when we were kids. You really are Zhao Jin. Su Yanbing had never forgotten him. She always thought Zhao Jin had died. She always felt guilty and warm whenever she thought of him. When she saw Zhao Jin being taken away in despair back then, Su Yanbing remembered their days of escape. She remembered how Zhao Jin distracted the traffickers to protect her, and how she watched helplessly as Zhao Jin fell off the cliff, unable to do anything. That's why Su Yanbing stepped in to save Lu Jinian. It was to make up for the regret of not being able to save Zhao Jin back then. Now, seeing that Zhao Jin was still alive, and that he was Lu Jinian, the one he saved, Su Yanbing still felt a bit of disbelief. Since waking up, Lu Jinian realized he was living in a novel. He started thinking about how to change his fate. He didn't know much about the story. He could only recall a short piece of text from before he fell unconscious. From that, he learned the general outline of his life. Su Yanbing had never loved him. His so-called affection was only out of regret for his first love by Yu Guang. His favoritism was just a way to take revenge on Jiyu Haoming. From beginning to end, he was just a tool in their relationship. Now that Jiyu Haoming is dead, he, as the tool, is no longer needed. His fate, once again, was to be bullied by everyone. Lu Jinian was unwilling. Why should he have to accept such a tragic, miserable, and careless ending? Knowing about Su Yanbing's first love before he died was his first step toward changing his fate. Although the novel only briefly described the two being abducted as children, those key points were enough to fool Su Yanbing. Sister Cloud, my head really hurts. After saying what he needed, Lu Jinian pretended to feel unwell. He wanted to give Su Yanbing time to process it. If your head hurts, then lie down and rest. Su Yanbing immediately stood up. We can talk more when you're feeling better. That gentle voice stung his ears. Lu Jinian had spent 7 years trying to get Su Yanbing to look at her with eyes like that just once. He had naively believed that Su Yanbing had feelings for him. You're busy with work. Go back quickly. Zhu Yanbing looked at Lu Jinian, her heart still racing because this was the Zhao Jin he'd been thinking about all along. She was overwhelmed with emotion. I'll come see you again later. What happened between him and Zhao Jin? Only the two of them knew. Only Lu Jinian had ever called her Sister Cloud, even though the brave little boy from back then had grown up to be timid and completely different now. Su Yanbing didn't doubt him. After all, a person's environment can change them a lot. Su Yanbing used to be timid as a child too. She escaped after being abducted and wandered for years. That's how she became who she is today. But Lu Jinian grew up in a home where his father abused his mother. No matter how brave he once was, that would wear him down. Just thinking about Lu Jinian, enduring so much suffering since childhood, Su Yanbing was filled with regret. She regretted not caring more about Lu Jinian all these years. After returning to the company, Lu Jinian sat in his office chair for a while. Before starting work, I finished a day of filming and returned to the hotel. As soon as I picked up my phone, I saw Lu Jinian on the trending search. No wonder Su Yanbing didn't bother me all day. Turns out Lu Jinian woke up. Lu Jinian saw the trending search, looked at Su Yanbing and said, Sister Yunduo, don't come here if you're okay. I'm afraid people will gossip. Afraid Haoming will overthink. Su Yanbing looked at him gently and comforted him. Don't worry. With me here, no one dares gossip about you. No one will dare bully you again, Haoming, and he won't overthink. Lu Jinian lowered his head in silence. Maybe it was a professional habit. Tears rolled down his cheeks. Su Yanbing's gaze grew even gentler. What's wrong? Why are you crying? I'm just too happy. Lu Jingmian said hoarsely. I never thought that the crybaby from childhood would grow up to be so amazing and take care of me for so many years. Lu Jinlian knew that Su Yanbing cared most about that childhood experience with her white moonlight. so he brought it up again. Su Yanbing wanted to step forward and wipe his tears. You're doing great now too. But for some reason, my face suddenly came to mind. The face waiting for her to come home. Really? After Yun Duo knew I was Zhao Jing. Was she really not disappointed? Su Yanbing looked at him. Zhao Jing was the one he truly cared about. The one he had never forgotten all these years. Su Yanbing thought of what Lu Jinlian asked him before the car accident. And thought of Lu Jin, how he drunkenly confessed to him in the past. Just then, Su Yanbing's phone rang. It was a message from me. I left my game console in your office. Remember to bring it home. Lu Jinmian saw Su Yanbing looking at her phone, and secretly bit his lip. Yun Duo, it's getting late. You've had a long day. Go home and get some rest. Su Yanbing stood up and patted her head. Take good care of your injury. I'll come see you again tomorrow. Su Yanbing didn't reply to my message. She made a phone call and instructed that no news about her and Lu Jinlian was to appear online again. I came home exhausted and looked at the empty living room. But in my mind, her image appeared again. She lay on the bed after a shower, looking at the spot beside her, unable to stop thinking of me, and remembered being kidnapped as a child. Back then, she and Zhao Jing were only 5 years old. They were locked in a pitch-black room with no daylight. Su Yanbing was scared and kept crying. Lu Jinlian comforted him like a little adult. He even sang to her. Even if Su Yanbing said nothing, Lu Jinlian still talked nonstop, by his side, tirelessly. When he saw the birthmark behind her ear, Zhao Jing called herself Sister Cloud Yenduoji. He said his name was Zhao Jing. He said his parents would definitely come to rescue him. When that happened, she'd ask her parents to send Lu Jinlian back home too. Later, when the traffickers tried to move them to another location, they got a chance to escape. Zhao Jing bravely and cleverly led her to run away together. But in the end, they were discovered by the traffickers in time. They gave chase. Zhao Jing diverted the traffickers to protect her, going alone. She watched helplessly as Zhao Jing fell off a cliff. Su Yanbing had tried to find Zhao Jing, but all these years, there had been no news about him. Su Yanbing thought he had died. Now that he was alive and still liked her, in this moment, she felt that revenge meant nothing compared to being with Zhao Jing. Before the alarm even rang in the morning, I was awakened by the sound of Su Yanbing opening the door. Why are you here? Su Yanbing glanced at me and walked into the room. I came to talk to you about something. I softened my gaze, looking at Su Yanbing's slightly tired expression. What's so urgent that made you come so early? Facing my affectionate gaze, the urgency in Su Yanbing's chest was suddenly blocked. Seeing that she was struggling to speak, I sensibly said, just say what you need to say. Thinking of Zhao Jing, Su Yanbing finally opened her mouth. I'm here to talk about divorce. What, divorce? My chest trembled, and any trace of sleepiness vanished. I doubted what I heard. Divorce, the Jiu family collapsed overnight. Is Su Yanbing trying to make me experience the pain of falling from heaven into hell? Looking at my shocked expression, Su Yanbing felt a strange tightness in her chest. But thinking of Zhao Jing, she could only ignore that identical resistance to divorce. A forced relationship bears no sweetness. I know you like me, but I have never liked you. Here it comes her blade of revenge. I secretly pinched myself hard, forcing my eyes red from the pain. You've never liked me? Then what did all your kindness to me mean? I had to act out the heartbreak of being dumped convincingly. Only then would Su Yanbing feel the satisfaction of revenge. Only then could I get divorced more easily. Su Yanbing looked at my reddened eyes. It felt like an invisible hand was pulling at her heart, stirring up strands of pain. She forcefully suppressed the feeling. It was Jiu Haoming who forced the marriage. She was at fault first. She deserved it. Enduring the pain inside, she gritted her teeth and said the kindness she showed before was just a performance to take revenge for being forced into marriage. From beginning to end, all she felt toward me was hatred. I didn't expect so quickly we would reach the original ending in the book. I clutched my fingers, biting my lip like I could barely stand. I looked so heartbroken I couldn't even speak. Su Yanbing handed me the tightly gripped divorce agreement. Originally, I planned to go after the Jiu family and divorce you only when you had nothing left, but I really can't keep acting with you anymore. If you agree to divorce now, then all our grudges will be cleared. I won't touch the Jiu family again. I was instantly overjoyed inside. Getting divorced without the Jiu family being harmed. That's a win. If I hesitate even a second, I must be crazy. Suppressing my excitement, I took the divorce agreement with trembling hands. Pretending to be heartbroken, a few tears fell on the black and white paper. Su Yanbing looked at it and felt as if an arrow pierced her chest. A sharp pain surged up. I suddenly lifted my tearful eyes and looked at her. My gaze filled with affection, with sorrow and regret. In just a few seconds, everything we had been through together flashed through my mind. As if compromising, I choked out to words with difficulty, I agree. Then, biting my lip, I picked up the pen and signed the divorce agreement, handing it to her. Su Yanbing lowered her eyes to look at the signed divorce papers. There was no feeling of revenge or joy from ending this marriage. Instead, a strange unease rose in her heart. With stiff fingers, Su Yanbing took it from me. Tears welled up in my eyes. When should we handle the procedures? Let me know when the time comes. Su Yanbing looked at my almost falling tears, desperately holding back sadness. It felt like a hand was gripping her throat. But thinking of Zhao Jing, she tightened her grip on the divorce papers. Today. Let's do it today. So impatient. Suddenly I thought of Lu Jinian. It must be thanks to Lu Jinian's car accident. That made Su Yanbing afraid and want to claim her quickly. Great. I was overjoyed inside, and tears finally spilled from my eyes. I forced out a single word, okay. See you at the Civil Affairs Bureau in 2 hours. After saying that, I turned around with my back to her. There was no trace of sadness on my face anymore. Su Yanbing looked at my trembling shoulders, imagining me holding back tears. Her heart was uncontrollably tight as she gripped the divorce agreement. Pack your things. I'll wait in the car. How could I be happy sitting in Su Yanbing's car? No need, I called a ride. Don't worry. If I said I'd go, I will definitely go. Hearing the door close, I couldn't help but laugh with joy. The Jiu family won't go bankrupt, and I'll regain my freedom too. I can finally enjoy the wonderful single life. This time, Su Yanbing kept her word. 3 hours later, after completing the formalities, the two of us walked out of the Civil Affairs Bureau one after another. I didn't dare show any happiness in front of Su Yanbing. I kept up the appearance of being devastated and heartbroken. Not a word the whole time. I kept my head down as I walked out. I didn't expect Su Yanbing to suddenly stop in front of me. I almost bumped into her. When I looked up, I met Su Yanbing's deep, dark gaze. What kind of look is that? Seeing me so sad and heartbroken still isn't enough for her. I didn't give Su Yanbing a chance. I spoke first. Don't worry. I know you hate me. I won't bother you again in the future. If I've caused any trouble in your life, I'll stay far away from you. I hope you'll also keep your word and let the Jiu family go. I'll come back in a month as promised. After I finished speaking, I walked in the opposite direction from Su Yanbing's car, afraid that if I delayed, I'd accidentally reveal my barely contained joy. Su Yanbing watched my departing figure, as if she was watching me slowly walk out of her world. It should have been something to celebrate. But Su Yanbing inexplicably felt empty inside, as if something important had been lost. But soon, her phone rang. When she saw the name Zhao Jing on the screen, her eyes instantly softened. Her mind was now filled only with Lu Jinian. The entire way back, I was dreaming of a beautiful future. I returned to the hotel in high spirits, and treated the whole crew to drinks. Marong Yan's eyes showed a hint of sighing. You look really happy today. I grinned widely. Filming a new drama, how could I not be happy? I no longer have to deal with Su Yanbing. She won't bother me anymore. How could I not be happy? What I hate is the damn 30-day cooling off period. I hate that I have to wait 30 days to get the divorce certificate and officially be single again. Otherwise, I would have gone to the club tonight to party hard. Without Su Yanbing's interference, the new drama wrapped up in a week thanks to overtime efforts. And with Marong Yan's promotion, Marong Yan and I trended on the hot search again. At the hospital, Lu Jinian leaned against the hospital bed, reading the trending topics. Our names had practically taken over the entire feed. The comment section exploded. The CP fans of the two of us made his face darken. The moment this trailer dropped, I completely stole Lu Jinian's spotlight. That's what they call the protagonist aura. So even if Lu Jinian stole Zhao Jing's identity, because he's not the true protagonist, Su Yanbing didn't treat him that well either. During this time, even though Su Yanbing came to see him every day, she cared about me, but something always felt missing. Lu Jinian felt unfortunate, so unfortunate, but he couldn't change anything. Lu Jinian sent a message to Su Yanbing, Yunduoji. The doctor says I'm recovering well. I can be discharged tomorrow. Elsewhere, in a private club room, today was Qin Xiu's birthday party. A dozen men and women gathered at a table, making quite a lively scene. Su Yanbing sat quietly in the corner drinking alone. Lost in thought, the noise around her didn't affect her at all. When she saw her phone light up, it was a message from Lu Jinian. Su Yanbing put down her wine glass and replied, "Then I'll come pick you up tomorrow." Just as she was about to put her phone away, she saw a hot search headline, Marong Yan and Jiu Haoming dining together. My name stood out conspicuously. Su Yanbing hesitated for a moment but still clicked in. There were quite a few videos inside. He opened one. It was a fan-edited highlight reel. In the video, I was constantly eating, bite after bite, not caring at all about my image. My appetite and mood looked great. You could occasionally hear Marong Yan's voice. Su Yanbing glanced again at the trending list, and only then realized the hot search was nearly dominated by me and Marong Yan. Su Yanbing opened the teaser trailer. In just 30 seconds, 20 seconds were kissing scenes between me and Marong Yan. Her chest instantly stirred with irritation. She raised her glass and drank it all in one gulp. This whole week, it was like she was under a spell. At home, she would think of me. At work, she would also think of me. Clearly, all those memories were just part of her act to get revenge. Yet every time she saw something, she would unconsciously be reminded of me. Even though she knew Jiu Haomi disgusted her, and she was supposed to like Zhao Jing. Every time she went to visit Zhao Jing at the hospital, she never felt the affection she expected. Instead, she would inexplicably think of me, thinking of Jiu Haomi being threatened by me. Even though he was furious and gritting his teeth, he could instantly become shocked, wearing a fake smile and pretending to be obedient, thinking of the way Jiu Haomi looked at me affectionately. I'd even wonder if he was feeling sad now. Many times she had the urge to contact me, but in the end, she held back again and again. She felt she had gotten too deep into the role. She forced herself to get out of it. But after a week had passed, seeing my intimate scene with Marong Yan felt like a needle stabbing into Su Yanjing's eyes. Lin Xinyao got bored of playing over there, came over and saw Su Yanjing staring blankly at a photo of me. Couldn't help teasing her. Didn't expect even Sister Yanbing would have a moment of nostalgia. Liking someone isn't something to be ashamed of. You don't have to admit it to us. But don't lie to yourself. Su Yanjing looked up at her. Why do you all think I like Jiu Haoming? Ask yourself honestly. Haven't you come here every night for a week drinking in frustration? Isn't it because of him? Su Yanjing's fingers stiffened, but just then the phone rang. My parents originally thought I was just playing around with acting. When they saw the trending topic of me and Marong Yan online, they instantly got nervous. Immediately called their daughter, Yanbin. Haoming is filming, and you're not doing anything about it. Look at him hugging and being close with another woman. Aren't you mad? Tell him to come back right now. It's not like our family lacks money. If this continues, your husband will become someone else's husband. Since they haven't gotten their divorce certificate yet, they were still legally married. Neither had told their parents about the divorce. Su Yanjing brushed it off and hung up the phone. Just as she raised her glass and took a sip, she heard from Lin Xinyao's phone nearby, Marong Yan's voice coming through. Thank you, Aunt Xin, for the carnival gift. There are over 100,000 viewers online in the live stream. Qin Shuzhen saw the trending topic and immediately joined the live stream and topped up, then declared her identity. In just a few minutes, a crowd had gathered. Marong Yan clearly knew Qin Shuzhen was my mother. She immediately requested to connect with her. Can you hear me talking? Qin Shuzhen accepted Marong Yan's request to connect. Yes, I can hear you. When I heard my mom's voice, I finally walked over to the screen. Why are you sending her gifts? Marong Yan got upset. Annie is giving me gifts. That means she likes me. Isn't it obvious? Qin Shuzhen said affectionately. Yes, I'm Zhao Yan's fan. I send her gifts because I'm happy to. You're not even live streaming. If you were live streaming, Mom would send you gifts too. I sighed. Isn't that just wasting half the money? Marong Yan happily replied to Annie. I'm happy just knowing you like me. No need to send me gifts, Shin Shujin said warmly. It's just a small token from Annie. It's Heomin's first time acting. You must have helped him a lot in the crew. Come to our house for a meal when you're free. Annie will cook something delicious for you. Marongyan immediately agreed. You really don't act modest at all. Marongyan glanced at me. Don't you want me to go? Mom cut in. Zhao Yan, don't worry about what he thinks. Lin Xinyao deliberately only let Su Yanjing hear the sound, but not see the screen. After the call ended, she looked at her curiously. Don't tell me you and Guo Heomin are divorced? Su Yanjing's face went cold and she stood up. She went straight home. The internet was flooded with news about me. Su Yanjing always thought the divorce would be a big blow to me. That I'd be heartbroken, lose my appetite and sleep. But from the photos, not only did I not lose weight, my face even looked a bit fuller. My overall appearance looked confident and radiant. Even the comment section was no longer mocking me. Everyone was praising me. Jiu Heomin always claimed he loved Su Yanjing, but after the divorce, he wasn't affected at all. Instead, he's doing better and better. While I clearly don't like him, I still think about him every day. After eating and drinking my fill, Marongyan also ended the live stream. Back in my room, I habitually picked up my phone and suddenly saw a comment from a user named Handsome Guy from Jiangsheng. That's when I remembered Jiangsheng is about to face an opportunity. A major earthquake. In the book, Lu Jinian went to Jiangsheng 2 days later and encountered an earthquake. Su Yanbin rushed over. The original character hated Lu Jinian for this, so he hired people to beat him up. But now the main storyline has changed. With Lu Jinian having a fracture, he definitely won't go to Jiangsheng. But the earthquake will still happen as scheduled. I wondered whether I should say something about it. I knew better than anyone that even if I said it, no one would believe me. But thinking of all those lives at stake, I decided to give a warning anyway. I replied to that Jiangsheng user. Lately I've been observing celestial signs, and Jiangsheng will likely have a big earthquake in the next couple of days. For safety reasons, if you can avoid staying in Jiangsheng, then please do. Then I privately messaged Jiangsheng's mainstream media, saying that there may be a major earthquake in Jiangsheng. After that, I put down my phone and went to sleep. When I woke up, it was already past 8 a.m. I turned on my phone and found that because of my reply last night, I was being cursed on the trending list. I thought people would at most treat it as a joke, but unexpectedly, they interpreted my good intentions as malicious. Though to me, it wasn't a bad thing. The more malice they show now, the more their perception of me will improve later. So I took advantage of the attention and made another post. I have absolutely no ill intent toward Jiangsheng. On the contrary, I really like Jiangsheng. That's why I noticed recently some strange signs in Jiangsheng. In the next 2 or 3 days, everyone should be extra cautious just in case. There's no harm in being careful. Don't you all agree? Gur saw my post on Weibo and immediately messaged me. You're a public figure now. Making predictions about earthquakes is not something to joke about online. I told Gur directly. I said I genuinely sensed there would be an earthquake in Jiangsheng. Do you believe me? I watched as the other side kept typing ... Then send a message. There's no harm in being cautious. Over the next couple of days, have our daily necessities company prepare a batch of relief supplies. I had 2 days off. Originally I planned to go home, but since I haven't received the divorce certificate yet, if I go home now and not to Su Yamin's place, my parents will definitely notice something's off. I'm afraid something might go wrong with the divorce, so I decided to wait until I get the divorce certificate to tell them. But meanwhile, Mom and Dad went to the hospital for a regular checkup and ran into Su Yanbin. Su Yanbin was helping Lu Jinian out of the hospital. Lu Jinian's mother followed behind carrying luggage. They looked just like a family. Dad's face instantly changed in anger. He walked straight toward them. Mom looked at Su Yanbin helping Lu Jinian. Her expression wasn't any better. My son is working hard filming out there, and you're at home taking care of another man. So this is how you're bullying my son behind our backs? Lu Jinian immediately panicked and tried to explain Annie. It's not what you think. Qin Shuzhen thought of how her son insisted on acting, and instantly imagined it was because of Su Yanbin. That he liked this little celebrity and wanted to use acting to please her. Have you acted too much? Is that why you think it's normal to be entangled with married women? Like it's just everyday behavior? Lu Jinian could only look at Su Yanbing's sister Yunduo. Let go of me. Don't let Uncle and Annie misunderstand. But Lu Jinian had a fractured leg. He couldn't even stand properly. There's no way Su Yanbing would let go. She looked at the boy who once protected her and was now suffering because of her. Su Yanbing coldly looked at my parents. Qin Shuzhen looked at Lu Jinian and said coldly, calling her sister Yunduo so affectionately. Lu Jinian took a step forward and explained, please don't blame sister Yunduo. I'm the one who one-sidedly likes her. I want to be with her. I shamelessly clung to her. She only pitied me. She's never done anything to betray Jiyu Haoming. Gur, who had just parted, stood in front of Su Yanbing with a cold smirk, looking at him. Since you're so good at being pitiful, why don't you take him home with you? Su Yanbing sneered and looked at Gur. Have you been waiting for me to get divorced? Gur retorted, not backing down. If I wasn't hoping for you and Haoming to divorce, am I supposed to support you cheating while married? Having both the bowl and the pot? Su Yanbing, either cut ties with him now, or divorce Haoming. Su Yanbing coldly smirked, not backing down. And who are you to make such demands of me? So, you've had a few extra meals at the Jiyu family's table. You really think you're part of the Jiyu family? Jiyu Dongwo slapped Su Yanbing across the face, his face red with anger. Lu Jinian immediately grew anxious, eyes reddening. Sister Yunduo, are you okay? Su Yanbing looked coldly at Jiyu Dongwo, then supported Lu Jinian and left. Sister Yunduo, I'm sorry. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have been misunderstood. Su Yanbing looked at him darkly. Why did you have to say all that just now? Did I say something wrong? Lu Jinian had just said he liked her, clung to her, and that Su Yanbing pitied him. Those words only made people misunderstand even more. Su Yanbing thought of what Lu Jinian was like as a child. Didn't want to argue, just looked at him and stayed silent. Maybe she was just overthinking it. But why is it that when looking at Lu Jinian, all she felt was irritation and frustration? She sent Lu Jinian back to his place. His mother invited Su Yanbing to stay for dinner, but she used work as an excuse and left. Once inside the car, Su Yanbing opened our WeChat conversation. After the divorce procedures were done, she hadn't messaged me since. Her fingers hovered over the screen for a while. Su Yanbing finally acted and sent me a message. I want to see you now. I got a call from Qin Shuzhen saying Jiyu Dongwo had been hospitalized. I was on my way back when I saw the message from Su Yanbing. I couldn't help but roll my eyes. Must have had a few bottles of alcohol. Sending the wrong messages again. Su Yanbing replied, I didn't send it wrong. Are you coming back or should I come to you? My eyelids twitched twice. We've already processed our divorce. We've torn each other's faces off. What's left to see? Our relationship is no longer one where we should meet. If there's something, just say it here. Su Yanbing didn't reply to my message again. I thought of how she had vanished for days and suddenly contacted me asking to meet. I had an uneasy feeling. In the hospital room, Qin Shuzhen was angry and worried. Su Yanbing went too far, cheating in front of us, and doing it so boldly. I really underestimated Lu Jinian. Before, when Haoming bullied him, I thought he had been wronged. Never expected. He had always had his eyes on Su Yanbing. Gur kept messaging me on the side, trying to comfort me when Haoming isn't the same anymore. He no longer only has eyes for Su Yanbing. Now he has things he wants to pursue. His own life. Maybe divorcing someone who doesn't love him will actually be a good thing for him. That's when I found out Dad got sick from anger because of Su Yanbing. In the novel, he had a brain hemorrhage due to Su Yanbing's actions. I started to get worried. As soon as I entered the hospital, I rushed to the room and walked toward Jiyu Dongwo lying on the bed. How did you suddenly get hospitalized? How are you? What did the doctor say? Jiyu Dongwo looked at me. Qin Shuzhen also looked at me. Gur looked at me too, but no one said a word. I saw that Qin Shuzhen's eyes were red. I thought Jiyu Dongwo must be seriously ill. So I stood up and said, if you won't say anything, I'll go ask the doctor. Seeing that I was worried, Jiyu Dongwo spoke up. It's nothing serious. Just a high blood pressure episode. I immediately laughed. High blood pressure? And Mom's that worried. How did you get so lucky to have Mom love you this much? Qin Shuzhen's eyes reddened more. Who said I was worried about him? I was worried about you. I've been eating and sleeping well every day. What is there to worry about? Seeing me smile so happily, Shinshujin felt even more heartache. She knew exactly how much her son had loved Su Yanbin all these years, better than anyone. And after all those trending topics showing their affection lately, when Su Yanbin treated him well, I changed completely. But now Su Yanbin even dares to openly get entangled with other men in front of them. Shinshujin asked cautiously, "How are things with you and Su Yanbin lately?" I looked at her, then at Jiu Dongwo. "Stop hiding it from me. I already know." On the way back, I made up my mind. Since she's gone that far, I don't plan to keep going with her there. Shinshujin hugged me with heartache. Hailming. Mom and Dad will always support your decision. If Su Yanbin doesn't know how to cherish you, then she doesn't deserve you. At the mention of Su Yanbin, Jiu Dongwo's chest filled with rage again. Warner, from today on, cancel all cooperation with Su Group. I stepped forward and said, "Mom, Dad, don't worry. I've already thought it all through. There are so many things I want to do now. As for Su Yanbin, she's just a part of my youth, a phase where I had to hit a wall before I could turn back. She become part of the past." I comforted my parents, and Gur left to give the couple some space. Then we left together. Gur and I found a restaurant to have dinner. It was our first time eating alone together. I focused only on eating. Gur kept glancing at me now and then. Her eyes were filled with unspoken words. I'm not stupid. I had already told my parents I was divorcing Su Yanbin, which gave Gur, the devoted admirer, a bit of hope. But she's still incredibly respectful of boundaries, a man this affectionate and mature. If I didn't already know that Gur's feelings were always for the original me, the one who, despite all her mistakes, he still loved deeply. Even I might have been moved. Halfway through dinner, my phone rang. It was a message from Su Yanbin again. "I'm at the door of the private room right now. If you don't come out, I'm going in." I almost swore out loud, so my instinct was right after all. This woman really came looking for trouble. I made up an excuse about going to the restroom, opened the door, and saw Su Yanbin. I was surprised. Shouldn't you be happy and glowing, being with the one you love? Why do you look so worn out? Was taking care of Lu Jinian too exhausting? I was a bit impatient. Say it. Why are you looking for me? Su Yanbin's expression shifted slightly, and she pulled me into a nearby private room. I looked at her impatiently. What? It's been a week since the divorce, regretting it already. Did you just realize you love me? Su Yanbin stared at my mocking expression and found it extremely harsh on the eyes. Hailming, don't talk to me like that. I immediately sneered. Then what tone do you want? Don't forget it was you who said you never loved me. All I had to do was sign the divorce papers, and everything in the past would be erased. It's only been a week since we last met. Su Yanbin looked at the man standing so close to her, and her heart was still in turmoil. Her chest rose and fell with deep unrest. She was overwhelmed with emotion. She came to see me just to confirm something. It was only at that moment that she realized I had long ago unknowingly moved into her heart. That's why she felt upset seeing me laughing with another woman. That's why she lost control when she saw me filming a kiss scene with someone else. All the torment she put me through was just an excuse to get me to look at her with affection. All those scenes she acted out with me were really what she wanted to do to me. Su Yanbin was silent for a moment, then finally opened her mouth. Lips pressed tightly. I regret it. Hearing that, my heart tightened. What do you mean? I don't want a divorce anymore. It hit me like a thunderclap. Why? I was furious. You played with my feelings before. When I thought you loved me, you forced me to divorce. You hurt me so cruelly. Now that I've finally moved on, you say you regret it and don't want to divorce. Is it because your revenge isn't finished yet? Do you want to hurt me again? Su Yanbin remembered all the things she had said to me before and lowered her head, whispering, No, it's not that. Hearing that, I laughed bitterly. If it's not revenge, then what? You really fell for me. My mocking tone was especially harsh. Su Yanbin couldn't say a word. Her silence, to me, felt like silent admission. I couldn't help but laugh again, like I had just heard the funniest joke in the world. Do you think I'm brainless? Super easy to fool. Su Yanbin suddenly stepped forward and hugged me. I stood still, staring at her, letting her kiss me. There wasn't a single sound in the private room, only the increasingly erratic breathing. In the end, Su Yanbin pushed me away again. Her eyes were filled with emotion she could barely suppress. Her face looked terrible. Once again, I was convinced that she was still disgusted by me. I looked at her in confusion. After all, she had already gotten close to Lu Jinlian in public, flirting openly. Why all of a sudden? Are you pretending to love me again? I really couldn't take it anymore. I slapped Su Yanbing hard across the face. Su Yanbing, it was wrong of me to force the marriage back then, but I have already received the punishment and torment I deserved from you. Is that still not enough to offset the hatred in your heart that you want to deceive me again? Su Yanbing didn't expect me to hit her. She looked at me, then at my reddened eyes. Thinking of the deep affection I had shown before, the cold expression on Su Yanbing's face softened. This time I'm not lying to you. I did use a bit of acting. But when I saw your eyes that tolerated even a slap from me, I instantly felt ashamed. The disgust in your eyes is so obvious. Do you think I'm blind? Su Yanbing tried to explain awkwardly. I didn't. It was the first time Su Yanbing felt at a complete loss for words. Heilming, believe me, she didn't understand why there was still that feeling of disgust. But it definitely wasn't because of hatred. Maybe it was due to the intense urge for revenge in the past. The strong resentment formed an instinctive reaction. I responded with a cold laugh. A week ago, you said it yourself. You never loved me. Everything was just an act. This morning you were still tangled up with Lu Jinglian, and made my dad so angry he ended up in the hospital. And now you say you like me. Are you a chameleon, changing so easily? Su Yanbing just looked at me deeply. Heilming, whether you believe it or not, I won't divorce you anymore. My chest suddenly tightened sharply. Su Yanbing, I don't love you anymore. I stopped loving you the moment we filed for divorce. If you force me to stay by your side, I will only grow to hate you. Su Yanbing felt as if her heart was being gripped. She could only struggle helplessly. Even if you hate me, it's fine. She didn't believe these 7 years of affection meant nothing. Heilming was able to let go completely in just a week. What the hell is going on? The male lead's progress had clearly made a huge leap forward. Why is she still trying to discuss me? Is it because I didn't die like in the book? I didn't give her the ending she wanted. Would she only be satisfied if I died? I felt completely off, agitated and irritable. But Su Yanbing grabbed my hand and said firmly, "Come home with me." I tried to shake him off, but she only gripped tighter. Su Yanbing, seeing how I resisted and refused to go with her, she could only resort to threats. Don't forget what I have on you. I clenched my jaw, my fists tightening harder and harder. Seeing I had finally stopped resisting, Su Yanbing dragged me out the door. I hadn't even grabbed my phone. Only then did Su Yanbing stop at the door of the private room. Wait here, she said. I'll go in and get it for you. I immediately refused. I'll go get it myself. But Su Yanbing insisted. Either I go, or we go together. We just talked about divorce, and now she's dragging me along again. I could already imagine how Orphan would feel, seeing us appear together. How sad she must be. I clenched my teeth. Fine, you go. Su Yanbing pushed open the door to the private room, and immediately saw her. Her face instantly turned cold. What are you doing here? Su Yanbing explained calmly. I came to get something for Heilming. Orphan stood up immediately. This morning you were pitying another man, and now you're trying to win favor again? Even a master of time management isn't as skilled as you. Su Yanbing looked at her, composed and sharp. To equally stunning women, with perfect figures. When their eyes met, it was like love rivals about to clash. Su Yanbing saw through Orphan. With a calm face, she said, "You want me to get divorced? Too bad I have no intention of divorcing Heilming." Orphan clenched her fingers tightly, unable to bear it anymore. Su Yanbing, if you really had guts, you wouldn't be threatening him. Su Yanbing retorted, if you really had guts, why didn't you marry Heilming? These past 2 years, seeing me get tormented by Su Yanbing until I wasn't myself anymore. She regretted it every single moment. Those words hit a nerve. Orphan immediately lunged forward and started struggling with Su Yanbing. I pushed open the private room door and saw the two of them fighting as I walked in. I picked up my phone and glanced towards Su Yanbing. Only then did Su Yanbing let go. Right in front of Orphan, she grabbed my hand and looked at her, then turned and walked out. For the first time, Orphan lost control, watching us leave. Sitting in the car, I sent Orphan a message. I know you're worried about me. I'm fine. Next time, don't argue with her. Don't lower yourself to her level. If you have the energy, you might as well think about how to bring her down faster. After seeing the message, the haze in Orphan's eyes slowly lifted. Clarity returned to her gaze. This time, she was certain I no longer loved Su Yanbing. It was really because of the threat that I couldn't divorce her. So there was no need to hold back anymore. She picked up her phone and called her assistant. From now on, do not renew any expiring contracts with the Su Group. Switch to the partners I selected earlier. And the few men I asked you to investigate. How's that going? How many of them signed the agreements? The assistant replied, 2 men haven't been located yet. The rest have all signed. She moved her fingers slightly. I'll send you a few photos later. By one of the top 3 trending spots. After messaging Orphan, I opened another contact. How's the investigation going on? What I asked for. Ever since I was threatened, I started digging into Su Yanbing. Back then, I accidentally stumbled upon a website online. The advertisements were bold and arrogant, claiming they could do anything. As long as the money was right, there was nothing they couldn't solve. I contacted them immediately. They told me the more money I paid, the faster I'd get what I wanted, so I sent 500,000 at once. Then I added the contact of this person. After that, I kept waiting for news. But half a month passed, and I heard nothing. I started to think I had been scammed. But soon after, the person finally messaged me back. You're the least proactive client I've ever met. I almost threw your stuff away as trash. He eagerly opened the file. From Su Yanbing being abducted at age 5, to returning home at age 15. All the hardship she experienced in between. This guy had found it all. Stuff I hadn't even read in the book. But the dirt she provided was completely different from what I was looking for. It couldn't threaten Su Yanbing at all. What did he send me? Photos of her being beaten to the ground as a child. Photos of her yelling at and firing employees after becoming CEO. Paparazzi shots of her with Lu Jinian, and the most were of me chasing after Su Yanbing. In short, I turned out to be Su Yanbing's biggest scandal. With mixed feelings, I replied to her. This isn't the kind of dirt I wanted. She responded, that's all the dirt I have on him right now. But if you want other types of dirt, we can help create it too. I suddenly became interested. You can create any kind of scandal, of course, as long as the money is there. I cautiously asked, what about criminal accusations? Can you fabricate those too? This time, she paused for a few seconds. If you want criminal accusations, why not just have her killed? There's currently a discount 20% off. I sighed and said, just keep monitoring her. If there's any new dirt, send it to me immediately. Stop waiting for me to ask for Su Yanbing. But the female lead has plot armor. She's not that easy to kill. If I hire someone to kill her, and she doesn't die, then I'm the one who'll end up dead. While driving, Su Yanbing kept glancing at me. Seeing me right there in front of her, her tormented heart of the past few days seemed to suddenly find a place to rest. I leaned against the seat after sending the message, feigning death. I didn't spare her a single glance the whole time. After arriving home, Su Yanbing dragged me straight to the bedroom. If you won't sleep with me, then your friends won't help either. What's the point of bringing me to the bedroom? My days of freedom were once again taken from me. I was boiling with anger inside, just about to curse her out. But Su Yanbing, like before, ordered me to change clothes quickly. We're going out later. I was confused where to. Su Yanbing looked at me coldly. Is your dad okay? My heart immediately tensed up again. If you hadn't shown up in front of him, he would have been fine. Just then, Su Yanbing's phone rang. She answered the call. She dropped me off at the hospital entrance and went to the office. While handling a stack of documents, her assistant rushed in. President Su, bad news. Su Yanbing looked up. The assistant handed her a phone with something pulled up. The trending topic headline was, Su Yanbing caught cheating with Lu Jinian. The post included photos at the hospital entrance, showing Su Yanbing and Lu Jinian together. Within just 5 minutes of posting, it had already reached second place on the trending list. Even marketing accounts usually don't dare write headlines like this. In the past, both the Su and Jiu families wouldn't allow it either. No one dared write like this. But now it was hanging at the second spot on trending, without hesitation. Su Yanbing immediately made calls to get it taken down. 10 minutes later, the trending post was pushed down. The assistant answered another call. Meanwhile, someone emotionless walked into Orphan's office. President Jiu, the trending post has been suppressed. They said someone offered a higher price. Jiu put down the pen in her hand. Then offer an even higher price. Buy it back. Find a way to boost the heat as fast as possible. 5 minutes later, the assistant rushed into the CEO's office again. President Su, the trending post is back online. I heard the other party offered more again. Su Yanbing's face turned cold, then spend more than they did. Suppress it. The assistant glanced at her. President Su, I think just suppressing it with money won't work this time. We need to find Sir. Su Yanbing finally looked at her seriously. The assistant explained. This trending post clearly looks like it was bought by the Jiu family. They're trying to get revenge for Sir. Sir loves you so much, and you didn't actually cheat. Just explain it to her. With just one word from her, this will be over. Su Yanbing thought about how I treated her today. She spoke again. Suppress it with money first. Don't give them another chance to bring it up. The assistant immediately went to handle it, but Lu Jinian was trending hot recently. His fans and marketing accounts were paying close attention to him. Even if the post didn't stay on the trending list for long, many people had already noticed it. They all took screenshots and saved them. On top of that, the site had hired a ton of fake commenters to post sensitive marketing accounts. Immediately sensed the smell of a relationship breakdown between the Jiu and Su families. Those who didn't dare write before now all jumped out to join the trending conversation. Lu Jinian also saw it. In the past on trending topics, he and Su Yanbing had never had any scandal together. Lu Jinian realized this must be the Jiu family attacking Su Yanbing. It looks like Su Yanbing really turned against them for his own sake. He was secretly pleased. His agent called, and he immediately called Su Yanbing. Sister Yun Duo. My agent just called. That's how I found out about the trending post. I'm sorry, I didn't expect this would cause you so much trouble. What should we do now? I'll handle this. You just focus on recovering at home. As soon as Su Yanbing ended the call, she remembered Sumu had also seen the trending post and was calling her, questioning her about the trending scandal. Once her phone finally went silent, she registered a Weibo account and made the first post of her life. Lu Jinian once saved my life. My care for him has always been like that for a younger brother. As for crossing the line, I've only ever done that with Jiu Haoming, and will only ever do so with him. Right after Su Yanbing posted that, Lu Jinian's studio quickly followed up with a clarification post. Lu Jinian had been refreshing Weibo nonstop and noticed Su Yanbing's post the moment it went up. Seeing that, Su Yanbing had placed him in the role of a younger brother, and even publicly showed affection to someone else. He was instantly devastated. In the novel, it clearly said that the man in his heart was the young lady. So, why, after replacing the lady, was he only acknowledged as a younger brother? Lu Jinian stared at his phone, his eyes bloodshot. Meanwhile, in the hospital room, my dad's high blood pressure had stabilized, and after a nap, he was discharged and taken home. I stayed with my parents the whole time. It wasn't until I returned to the Jiu family home that I took out my phone. I was stunned to see the trending post. Curious, I couldn't help but tap on it. After reading it, I was utterly speechless. A heart that stayed cold for 7 years. How long has it been? And now everyone believes that Su Yanbing is madly in love with me. As expected, when bad people do one good thing, the public looks at them in a new light and forgets all the wrongs they did before. Su Yanbing messaged me. Did you see my Weibo post? If you did, leave a comment or something. Since Su Yanbing made the first move, I had no choice but to respond eventually. So I said nothing, just did exactly what she wanted. I can forgive you, but tonight you better serve me well when you get home. In the comment section, netizens were all saying I was getting cocky again. I just knew people love a good drama. I didn't expect netizens to be so helpful. Seeing Su Yanbing being roasted over the flames, I was very satisfied. Let's see if she still dares to pull me into her act again. Just as I was about to put away my phone, Su Yanbing sent me a message. Did you mean what you said? I froze for a moment, regretting it wasn't I just playing along with your act. Then Su Yanbing sent a voice message in a flirtatious tone. Come home early tonight? I quickly typed a reply. My parents won't let me go home. Su Yanbing replied in a commanding tone like a domineering CEO. Be home before 5. I was so mad I wanted to kick someone. Jiu Dongwo and Wen Shuzhen had seen the trending Weibo post showing my interaction with Su Yanbing. They came over and sat beside me, one on each side. My mom began to persuade me. Hey Oming, are you planning to forgive Su Yanbing? My dad added, there are millions of women in the world. What's so great about her? Once you divorce, Dad will arrange it. I'll set up blind dates with rich daughters from all over the city. We'll find one every day until we find someone better than her. My eyes lit up. Dad. Are you serious? When has Dad ever lied to you? Once you get divorced, Dad, I'll throw you a grand divorce party. By then, we'll invite all the eligible bachelorettes for you. You can choose whichever one you like. In my heart, I was both thrilled and anxious. With such a great opportunity, not being able to get divorced really is frustrating. Dad, when I do get divorced, you better keep your word. But for now, I plan to give her one more chance. After I said that, I fell into deep thought again. The Jiu family no longer needs to give the Su family any resources or privileges. We'll treat them exactly as they deserve. I don't know if Su Yamin is sincere, or if she's doing this for the Su Corporation. Lu Jinlian stared at the phone screen, watching Su Yanbing and Jiu Haomin interact sweetly online. His expression grew uglier and uglier. The sound of a car engine came from outside. He quickly grabbed a mirror and fixed his hair and clothes. Leaning on a cane, he limped out of the room. Ding dong. The doorbell rang. Lu Mu opened the door. Standing, there was a woman, dressed in luxury, accompanied by several bodyguards in black. They stood at the door, imposing and aggressive. May I ask who you are? I'm Su Yanbin's mother. Lu Mu let out a sigh of relief and quickly stepped aside to let her into the cramped living room. She looked around in disdain, and her gaze finally landed on Lu Jingnian. Annie, Lu Jingnian forced a smile. Before he could finish his words, she interrupted coldly. I'm here to warn you. Madame Su looked down at him condescendingly. Over the years, my daughter has helped you and your mother a lot. I've kept silent out of pity for you too. She stepped closer, her eyes sharp. But now that your life is getting better, you've forgotten who you are. How dare you go after my daughter? Lu Jingnian leaned on his cane. Listen carefully. Our Su family only recognizes Jiu Haomin as a son-in-law. If I catch you pestering Yamin again, I'll make sure you and your mother crawl back to the slums. As soon as the topic trended, she knew the Jiu family was truly angry this time. She immediately scolded her daughter, then turned and called Wen Shuzhen to apologize. But Wen Shuzhen was firm. Your daughter openly embraced another man, right in front of us, and walked away proudly. It made my husband so angry his blood pressure spiked. Even if Haomin wants to forgive her, we won't agree so easily. To quell the anger, she had no choice but to come to this poor boy, a guy from a bare household, with a father still in prison. How could someone like that be worthy of entering the Su family's door? After dropping those harsh words, she didn't want to stay even a minute longer. As soon as she got in the car, she called me. I was already upset about going home, but when I saw the call, I answered right away. Haomin, Mom bought some durians for you. That girl must kneel until your anger subsides. I gave a bitter laugh and said, Mom, forget it. She's just taking advantage of the fact that I like her to keep bullying Dad. Mom doesn't even let me come home anymore. Just wait. Mom will stand up for you. Lu Jinian stood at the window, watching the car drive away. He turned and asked his mother to call Su Yanbin, then exaggerated and embellished everything that had happened today. Lu Mu stood outside the hospital room, her fingers swiping repeatedly on her phone screen. She only has one son. They've depended on each other since he was young. Even though she knows interfering in someone else's relationship is wrong, seeing her son return from the brink of death, she only wants to make him happy. Ever since your mom left, he's locked himself in his room. No matter how I call him, he won't open the door. Lu Mu finally dialed Su Yanbin's number. He's very proud. I'm worried he might do something rash. Inside the hospital room, Lu Jingnian leaned against the bedhead, replaying Madame Su's words, his nails dug deeply into his palms. Half an hour later, his phone vibrated. Su Yanbin sent a message. Don't worry about what my mom said to you. I'll handle it. You just focus on getting better. He stared at the screen intensely, his fingertips pale. But in the book it clearly said, he was the one Su Yanbin cared about the most. And now, all he got was a perfunctory message. At the same time, Su Yanbin had just put down her phone when her mother called. Your father and I are at the Jiu house. Come over immediately. We're in the Jiu family living room, Madame Su directed, as the driver carried in a box of carefully selected durians and gifts, while Jiu Dongwo and Wen Shuzhen sat with cold faces. Madame Su skillfully put on a smile. It's all a misunderstanding between in-laws. This time, I'll make sure she properly apologizes to Haomin. Wen Shuzhen snorted coldly. You know very well what kind of person your daughter is. In the past 2 years, when has she ever sincerely apologized? We tolerated her again and again. only because our son likes her. And your attitude when apologizing was decent. But this time, it's just too much. It's all a misunderstanding. She's already posted online saying they're getting married. But there's nothing going on with that person. She just wants to live happily with Haomi. I just went and warned that man too. I munched on sunflower seeds, too lazy to think about why Su Yanbing wouldn't divorce. I just wondered how to stop her from threatening Haomi again. Seeing Wen Shujin's sour expression, Madame Su asked the driver to bring in a box of durians. Mom picked these durians herself. The thorns are super sharp. Let her kneel on any one of them later. Looking at 5 or 6 durians. Even though Madame Su just wanted the Jiu family's power, I appreciated the sincerity. Half an hour later, Su Yanbing arrived, touched. As soon as he walked in, she saw a row of durians neatly lined up on the floor of the hall. You brat, what are you standing there for? Hurry over here. Madame Su scolded while dragging her over to apologize. Su Yanbing glanced at me. Jiu Dongguo's face darkened. What are you looking at him for? Still hoping he'll speak up for you? Wen Shujin said coldly, if you don't like my son, just get a divorce. We won't stop you. Madame Su hurried to explain. It's all a misunderstanding. She just has a bad temper. But to say she doesn't like Haomi, that's absolutely not true. They were even planning to have a baby recently. Su Yanbing suddenly grabbed my hand. Dad, Mom, I had a bad attitude before. But now, Haomi and I have a great relationship. I'll treat him well from now on. Jiu Dongguo snorted coldly. Anyone can say sweet things. This morning we saw it with our own eyes. How can we believe you? Madame Su immediately said, pick a durian to kneel on. Haomi, help her choose. Someone like Su Yanbing, who cares so much about pride. How could she possibly kneel on durians in public? Of course, I understood Madame Su's intentions. She knew I couldn't bear to let Su Yanbing be humiliated in public. Su Yanbing squeezed my hand tightly. Her eyes filled with warning. Sure enough, I immediately diffused the situation. How about he kneels when we get home? Our parents chimed in right away. Look at my memory. You young people and your emotions. Close the door and do whatever you want. If he doesn't kneel, let me know. Jiu Dongguo snorted. The Su family is playing us. Wen Shujin backed him up. My son likes you so much, and you won't even show this bit of sincerity. Do you really deserve to say you like him? Madame Su quickly smoothed things over. It's all a misunderstanding between families. Let Haomi take a photo, then send it to you. It's just some playful drama between a young couple. Kneeling in front of everyone is inappropriate. Jiu Dongguo glared at Su Yanbing with disdain. If we don't see the photo, the Su family can forget about entering the Jiu family again. Wen Shujin added, Haomi, if you fall for her again, don't bother coming home. I nodded repeatedly. Don't worry, Mom and Dad, I'll definitely take a photo for you this time. Su Yanbing pinched my hand again. And just like that, the matter was settled. I happily took Su Yanbing by the hand and left. The Jiu family servants immediately brought the durians out. Then, without any courtesy, escorted Madame Su out. They didn't even invite her to stay for a meal. I had just gotten in the car when my phone rang. A message popped up in the group chat of 3. How did we do with our performance just now? I immediately replied with 3 thumbs up emojis. Should we go do a guest appearance at the film set sometime? Wen Shujin instantly replied, can I come too? I typed back with a smile, of course you can. I'll take you with me the day after tomorrow. Jiu Dongguo immediately objected. Nonsense, if your mom goes to act. What about me? Su Yanbing was driving. She could hear my phone vibrating nonstop. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw the smile lifting the corners of my lips. I suddenly felt a little bitter inside. In the past, whenever she was around, all my attention would be on her. But now, when Su Yanbing asked what I wanted for dinner, I gave her a mocking look. Does someone being threatened still get to choose? While waiting at a red light, Su Yanbing turned and looked at me deeply. All you feel is being threatened? I kept a cold, emotionless face. The honking from the car behind cut the conversation short. At the supermarket, she insisted on dragging me to buy groceries and pretend to be loving. I really couldn't take it. Can't we just eat out? Su Yanbing gently said. Didn't you say before that you wanted to eat food I cooked? I was stunned for a moment, remembering the days I was forced to cook. Out of revenge, I purposely picked complicated dishes, like spicy crayfish and boiled fish. Braised pork. When she saw me finally smile, Su Yanbing's mood lifted. She suddenly leaned over and kissed me. I was stunned on the spot, completely lost the mood to pick out groceries. Back at home, I had just tried to sneak back to my room when she called out, Where are you going? Come help me. I forced a smile through clenched teeth. Can I say no? Su Yanbing flatly rejected no. I resisted the urge to curse out loud. Reluctantly, I followed her into the kitchen. Wash the vegetables for me. Pass me a plate. Tie on the apron. Get the soy sauce, light soy sauce, and Sichuan peppercorns. I finally got it. Su Yanbing was clearly doing this to keep me busy, just as I took out my phone to scroll a bit. She kept bossing me around nonstop. Even though the condiments were right next to her, she insisted I pass them. There was no way I was getting anything done on my phone. I couldn't take it anymore and put my phone down. Might as well just stand by and hand her ingredients. Su Yanbing glanced at me sideways, finally quieted down. For a moment, I actually thought she was trying to get my attention on purpose. But just as that hopelessly romantic thought popped up, I immediately shut it down. After dinner, I hid back in my room. It used to be my room alone, but now Su Yanbing had forcibly taken over half of it. Her clothes were stuffed into the wardrobe. After showering, I could finally scroll on my phone in peace. But then I saw the top trending search hashtag. Hashtag waiting for Shinjun train. The comments under the hashtag were exploding. Isn't it late already? Has Su Yanbing knelt yet? Definitely not. If she had, we'd have seen a Weibo post. My DMs were also flooded. Everyone was asking whether Su Yanbing had actually knelt on roses or durians. On a whim, I started a livestream, then posted the link on Weibo. The gossip crowd flocked in instantly. The livestream room was overwhelmed in seconds. Comments were flooding the screen. Are we really going to see Su Yanbing kneel on durians live? Durians, where's Su Yanbing? Fingers ready. Prepping to screenshot. Heard Su Yanbing was going to kneel on durians. Had to come witness it. But the reality was, the durians were still in the car. Su Yanbing didn't plan on bringing them home at all. Forget live streaming the kneeling. Even if she knelt in private for me alone, both sets of parents would probably have to lecture her all over again. The livestream view count shot up from thousands to tens of thousands. I finally spoke. You guys are being ridiculous. Would I really start a livestream for something so dumb? Any viewers from Jushi City? Today's livestream is just for you. The comments exploded again. Here we go again. Are you about to say there's an earthquake in Jushi again? I laughed reading the comments. Today is all about showering Jushi with love. Friends in Jushi, help spread the word. Anyone coming from Jushi in the next couple days for travel, with a train ticket or plane ticket, can stay at a hotel under the Gushi group for free. It even includes buffet meals. The comments exploded. No way, is this for real? I'm packing my bags right now. People in Jushi are so lucky. The livestream view count surpassed 100,000. Netizens in Jushi went crazy reposting. Suddenly I felt a bit proud what's going on. Netizens from neighboring cities got anxious. If I go to Jushi now, will I make it in time? I added, as long as you're departing from Jushi in the next 2 days, you'll get 2 days of free accommodation. Come experience the local customs of Shi. Of course, you're also welcome to visit other cities. The world is so big. Take your family and go explore. Just don't stay in Jushi. What do you mean don't stay in Jushi? Are you saying there'll really be an earthquake? What the heck? I used the free perks to lure Jushi residents out. This level of sincerity doesn't seem like a joke. Could it be she really can predict earthquakes? Residents of Jushi completely changed their attitude, from skepticism to nervousness. I couldn't say anything too definitive. I just said I noticed signs of an earthquake and wanted to remind everyone to prepare. If nothing happens, great. But if it does, this might be a life-saving chance. Jiu Dongwo suddenly entered the livestream. Luxury gift effects filled the screen. She then sent a message. The hotels are already arranged. Check our official account for details. Friends from Jushi are welcome to come travel in Shi. I hadn't even contacted her. She already had everything sorted out. I immediately pinned that message to the top. Just then, Marangyan also joined. She just spammed gifts and left a message. Anyone who comes to Jushi will get a signed photo from me. Fans instantly went wild. I want one. But then something unexpected happened. Su Yanbing came through the door carrying a box of durians. I was live streaming by the window. Just as I got up to grab water, the camera happened to catch the doorway. Millions of viewers witnessed the scene live. The comments exploded. Oh my god, she carried the durians herself. So many durians, and she carried them herself to kneel. Jiu Haoming's status at home must be sky high. The iconic scene of the billionaire CEO kneeling on durians. I had just finished drinking water, turned around, and saw Su Yanbing walking in with a box of durians. I was so shocked I almost spat out my water. What are you doing? I quickly took another sip to calm myself. Su Yanbing looked at me coldly. Didn't you say you wanted to see someone do a headstand and eat shit? Hearing the word shit come out of her mouth, this time I really spat my water out. I looked up and saw her pull out a durian. Will this do? Su Yanbing was clearly offering herself up. I wiped my mouth and came to my senses, then remembered we were live. She was already kneeling on the durian, happy now, thinking about how the whole internet was watching her kneel on durians. I tried to hold back my laughter, my lips twitching. The comments section exploded, a full-on public embarrassment scene. I held back my laughter and stayed silent. Su Yanbing kept a straight face and told me to keep kneeling. I innocently pointed at my phone. I'm live streaming. Su Yanbing looks at her phone. Her expression gradually darkens. She gets up and turns off the live stream. The comment section explodes. When Shujin finally feels vindicated, Lu Jinlian watches the live stream on his alt account.